Hey everyone, welcome to Lost Connection Tarot. My name is Benjamin Snavely, and this is your daily meditative tarot reading for Friday, September 25th, 2020. Now, I am going to be using this Ethereal Visions tarot deck. It's my wife's, it's lovely, it's gorgeous. This is a 3-card reading where I look at the energy of the day as well as the energy that we have the most control over, and then the energy that we have the least control over, but we want to be aware of it and let it simply pass. So I'll speak my intentions to the cards and we can go from there. So again, this is for anybody that is listening. It's for all signs of the zodiac. What is the energy for Friday, September 25th, 2020? What is the energy of the day? What is the energy that we have the most control over? And then finally, what is the energy we have the least control over? Cut that deck. So, energy of the day. Most control and least control. All right. So the energy that we have the most control over, I take that back. The energy of the day is the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a very beautiful magical card. It means, first let's go back. Wands represent fire, represent spirit. And as you can see with this beautiful card, it represents foundation. It represents solid structures that you have already built in your life, and you're now living in those structures, that reality, and it's comfortable. In fact, it's really good. So good, in fact, that you start making habits, and those habits start turning into things that are weighing you down because they're stifling your creativity. So although the Four of Wands is an extremely positive card because it's like, hey, I have created this nice, wonderful life for myself, and look at all of the things around me, all these things that I can be thankful for. I am now kind of imprisoned by that lifestyle, and I'm stagnant. So it's okay if you are completely happy and this is everything that you possibly want. But if for any reason you feel like you want more, you feel like you can have more, deserve more, you just have the idea that there's more out there, then this card is letting you know, like, hey, are you paying attention to your habits? Are you watching TV every single day when you come home after a hard days of work and getting into a rut? Are you taking care of your body? Are you eating healthy? Or because you work so much during the day, you do takeout, and you and your wife just simply do takeout. You sit down, you watch TV, and you veg out until it's time to go to bed, and then you repeat the process the very next day. That's comfortable. That's good. You are living in what you have created. But now what you have created, it has become kind of like a solidified structure, and now it's hard to break free from that unless you're aware of that. So to me, this card simply is asking you to be aware of the structure that you have created and ask yourself, does it fit you? Because one thing that we recognize is that we're constantly always growing and always changing. And therefore, whatever we have created, eventually over time, we will surpass, we will outgrow, and it no longer fits us. Think of kids who outwear their clothes. For a period of time, it works, everything is great, and now, after 1 or 2 years, they have outgrown all their clothes, and you have to buy fresh new ones. So the energy of the day is the Four of Wands. It's recognizing that you have all of this really nice stuff that you have created, that you have worked hard to get, but now you're starting to feel trapped and stuck. Not in a bad way, just the idea that, hey, I recognize we're doing the same thing over and over. We need to, change things up a bit. So the idea of simply changing your furniture in your living room will change the energy of your house. Changing your structure, your habits, deciding to start cooking more, changing who does what chore. Brush your teeth with the opposite hand. Just start doing things a little bit differently. That way you can understand these habits that you have become so comfortable in that you don't even recognize. All right, so that's the energy of the day. Now, the energy that we have the most control over is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is a man who, let's see, Pentacles is all about earth. It's all about finance, career, body, health, anything of this earth, anything material of this earth. And the Knight and all Knights represent kind of like a bold teenager that thinks he has all of the information that they possibly need, and therefore they go boldly forward with that knowledge. Therefore they can be arrogant, they're know-it-alls, they're idealists, so on and so forth. Oddly enough, the Knight is the only one in traditional decks that is not on his horse. And what that means is that he is actually making a plan. So he is actually slower to move. He is kind of making sure everything is put in place before he starts the process of movement. Because once he moves, there's nothing that will stop him because his plan is in place. So this energy is reversed, and that simply means that as someone who is trying to understand the energy of Earth, that is, how can I manifest reality in the way that I see fit? How can I find balance in all spheres of my life, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional, right? I need to make a plan. And today it seems like you don't have a plan necessary. You're kind of maybe going by the seat of your pants. You're kind of just seeing how things go. You're going with the wind and seeing where it takes you. And so this is something that you can have control over. You just simply need to be a little bit more systematic. You need to figure out what it is you truly want and which direction you want to go. Once you figure that out, you need to make a plan. You need to sit down and write out the notes of the things that you want and the things that you don't want. In reality, in life, the things that you want to put your effort and energy into, the things you want to create, right? So for example, you want a healthier body. All right. So we know what that means. A healthier body simply means exercise more, sleep better, drink more water, and eat less junk food and put less non-beneficial foods in our body, right? Sounds easy. Okay. How are you going to keep yourself in line? How are you going to track your goals? How are you going to make sure that you are hitting those thresholds that you want to cross? Without a plan, without something that you can see and actualize and mark off, you're not going to know how you are doing. And so making a plan to I'm only going to eat 2,000 calories a day, and I'm going to make a journal and I'm going to write down everything that I eat, and I'm going to make a list of when I'm going to do upper body strength and strength conditioning, and when I'm going to do cardio, and when I'm going to get rest, and until you figure all of that out and make a plan. And if you just continue to just go with what feels good, eventually you're going to break down and you're not going to achieve the results you want, because you're not keeping yourself you're giving yourself the opportunity to cheat, to let go, to say it doesn't matter. So if you truly want something, if you truly think that it is something that you need in your life, you need to make a plan on how to achieve it, and then go list by list and check those off and make sure you hit those points to get the thing that you want. That is the energy you have the most control of today, the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the thing that we have the least control over, the thing that we simply need to let pass, we need to surrender to, and just be aware of, is the Devil card, but luckily it's in reverse. So the Devil means being chained to our addictions, being chained to bad habits, being lustful, all of these things where it's like it's a relationship, but it's a toxic relationship. Now here it's reversed. So you seem to be going through a cleansing. You seem to be purifying and recognizing and solidifying what it is you truly want. And this would actually help you with making a plan. So drinking, okay, nothing wrong with having a drink here and there. There's nothing wrong with pairing your food with an alcoholic drink. The problem is when you just start drinking because you had a bad day. You start drinking because your kids are too loud. You start drinking because you're stressed out and you want to feel happy. You're drinking because you just had a fight with your significant other and you want to mellow out, right? That's when you start using this this substance overly to compensate for feelings that you don't want to feel, instead of feeling them, forgiving yourself for having them, allowing yourself to having them, and then simply releasing them and moving on. Now you're holding on to them, and then you're depressing them by drinking and not paying attention to them, and now you're just holding on to all of this toxicity within yourself. So the devil reversed is you simply being aware of your bad habits, being aware of your toxic relationships, whether that be a partner that says horrible things to you, or gaslights you, or just has disrespect for you. The idea that you work in a job that does not value your insight, or continues to promote other people who are less qualified. You are starting to recognize your attachments to, whether it be money, and it's no longer a tool. Now it's something that you care about too much, and now your life is singular in that direction. Well, what about other aspects of your life? What about your family? What about your friends? What about your health? That all signifies a different type of wealth. So the good thing is that you are coming to recognition that you are clinging on to things in the material world that may not be of benefit to you. Let these things pop up in your mind. Let yourself recognize these things, and recognize how they helped you at some point in life and how they're no longer helping you today. Because at one point in time they did help you, and now you got too comfortable with them, and now you are addicted or chained, or you think you need these things, right? And that's not true. You don't need anything outside of yourself to make yourself feel whole. And that is something you are slowly starting to recognize. So all of these ideas, all of these emotions are coming up, and you are maybe slowly starting to recognize them or release them, and that is positive. Continue to let that happen. Let your subconscious just kind of gurgle those things out, right? And if you want to make sure that you don't go back to these bad habits, to these toxic relationships, you need to make a plan. That's what you have control over. Make a plan. Sit down and say, how am I going to move forward with positivity and lightness? How am I going to move forward with my truth? Instead of, society says it's okay for me to go party until 3 a.m. Well, yeah, it is. But what about things that are more important to you? Maybe you wanted to go fishing with your kid at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, drinking's not going to help you achieve that. If you go or partying at 3 a.m. is not going to help you do that. So you need to start listing the things that are beneficial to you, that you want to see that you want to see in your life. You want to integrate these positive things into your life, while also letting go and releasing things that no longer serve your higher self. All right? And so with the Knight of Pentacles, make a plan. You don't have to actualize it today. He's not the actualizer. He is the person who gets everything ready, right? And eventually that energy will come when the time is ready. Just simply having these thoughts is the first step to progress, to a better you, wanting a better life, recognizing your faults. And all of that is positive. You're heading in the right direction, okay? And that's with the Four of Wands. That's today's energy. You say, whoa, I'm so comfortable here, but not everything here that I have created and that I live and have is positive, all right? So, make a plan, all right? Good luck with yourself. Let me know what you did. Have a great day. My name is Benjamin Snavely, and this is your daily meditative tarot reading. And again, Lost Connection Tarot. Take care. Bye.